In today's video we are going to make ourselves the PlayStation 2 Slim portable, the old school way. Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video I just wanted to take a close look at this old school PlayStation 2 Slim portable way. Because there were many ways to play nowadays, but this is like an old school way that you have like an option to buy yourself like an external display that you can get for your PlayStation 2. I found this one in very good condition and even including a box. How freaking cool is that? So let's take a close look and let's talk about the overall quality. So where this device is marketed on different kinds of parts of Europe, and yeah, it even comes in German language, and it's kind of interesting to be honest. But when you're looking at the overall quality, that is something of a little bit of a problem, or better said, like when you're looking at this particular model. So let's do a quick unboxing and let's see what I'm actually going to get. I love to find these weird pieces of tech, and I can tell you in the previous videos we did spoke about, let's say, different kinds of portable displays. But this particular one I just needed to pick it up because it was complete in box. And it wasn't like that expensive. I know it like the Fat model, or yeah, the Fat with an H, basically has like a different kind of display on that you can also click on. It's absolutely crazy expensive. So basically this is like the one that made by Big Ben, and I'm looking at the box itself. I didn't really notice that. Okay, that's interesting. But Big Ben is the manufacturer making this particular product. I don't know exactly what comes inside, because there is a lot of different options you need to buy like separately. But Big Ben is one of those companies. I can still remember that you can buy like controllers and other weird stuff. So in the package we're going to get ourselves like the display that we can use in the cigarette lighter and basically give this thing some juice. I don't know if it's going to be smart, because it will take a lot of, let's say, power from your battery. So I think it's not really recommended for your battery to get this thing and to play for a couple of hours without having the car running. So in here we do have like an extra screws for attaching this. And I was really surprised just to see like how complete this thing is. I wonder. Yeah, it is used. That's a fact. But another thing is kind of cool, but also kind of funny at the same time. Look at the display, like how tiny it is. Like the idea behind this is just you can plug it in and just take it off that easy. The display itself, it's a very tiny display compared with the bezel around it. I think because the displays back in the day were not like that cheap that they are now. It even is a TFT color LCD monitor, so it's not an IPS whatsoever. Looking at the front glass, they put some plastic on, but this thing is clearly used. A little bit misleading. But let's plug it in and let's get myself the PlayStation 2 Slim. So I didn't try it before, I'm just going to do this in this video. I have no idea why I'm getting this. Go away. So next up, I think I'm going to need a screwdriver, because we're going to use the two screw holes here at the back. I think we're just going to also like plug it in like that. Alright, so it seems to be fitting very well. The next thing I need to do is lock the machine and get the two screws in. Another thing is we're also going to use it without the car charger. We're just going to use the original charger. The thing what you need to do is plug it in here, and it will automatically give power to the screen. And it seems to be you can just use it with the original power supply of the Slim. We have an on-off switch over here, and of course we can still use the RJ45 connector for the Ethernet capabilities. I think we need a special screwdriver, because this one doesn't fit. But let's get the screws in, because I don't want to have like the monitor wiggling on my PlayStation 2 Slim. Let's get the second one in. This is super easy, lemon squeezy. And we're done. So let's plug it in and let's turn it on, because I'm really curious how this display will look. At the left side we're going to get ourselves the colors that we can adjust over here with the scrolling wheel and the brightness control over here. At the right side we're also going to get another scrolling wheel, number 3, and this one is the volume control, and over here we can even implement a headphone with the headphone jack over here. So it's kind of convenient that they even implement this too. Alright, so let's slide open. Look how thick this freaking thing is. So when you're looking at the mechanism, there is not like something in the inside that will have like a click. It's more like they tighten up a certain way so it will stay here. I don't know if you're going to use this thing a lot. This is going to always be staying in a certain position. The screen size is around 10 centimeters diagonal, so that is not much. Then of course we have the resolution of 380 by 234. Okay, so first let's power on the PlayStation itself. It doesn't do anything. Why doesn't it do anything? The cable is in here, but let's switch the switch at the back because that's still set to off. And then we're going to power it on, and here you can see like also going to have like an extra switch basically that you're going to get and switching the PlayStation 2 on. So let's mess around with the settings. I can tell you like the display itself it's really tiny. Come on, man. Oh boy, it's not only like very tiny but also really bad. Okay, so let's change the contrast. I'm going to mess around with the brightness. Okay, and then next thing we're going to do is see how the settings are. Full has been set to RGB out. Okay, so those are going to be leaving like it should be, and let's put in the game itself and make it attempt to just play the game itself. But let's try a little bit of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I can tell you, even playing from a distance, it is quite nice when it comes to the overall quality of the display. It's not super bad. I was thinking like, oh, this old LCD TFT screen is going to be looking horrible. Another thing I find also surprisingly that the audio is pretty good. Oh, that's such a nasty move. I was double checking my storage space with PlayStation 2 stuff, and I just realized I got another one. Yep, I got one from the company Joytech. They also made like a portable display. They're also not like super expensive, but they do have like a way bigger screen. Well, look, that's absolutely so much better. Nevertheless, I all want to thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments which one of the displays do you maybe ever owned. Like finding them for, let's say, the first model PlayStation, it's a challenge. I found them, but they were like super expensive to the point that made no sense whatsoever. But this is the old school way to play PlayStation 2 on the go. Because nowadays we have like a freaking device like this that is like tiny and that basically like packs up on PlayStation 2 Slim. It's kind of cool. It's even more like the next level. Thank you all for watching, consider subscribing, and it would be great to see you in the next video.